Welcome you all, beautiful people, to another episode of The Benchwarmers. See, just want to say that we are closing in on almost 400 followers on Instagram.
400.
All the
Close
love,
to 500, which is
which is close to 1,000, right?
So we're pretty much at 1,000. Let's celebrate.
That means the merch is coming out 2 years earlier. So we are 8 years into the timeline.
So yeah, all the love to everyone who's watching, commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And
What's
now,
the whole thing, you know? I can see your how long you've watched our video. You should watch the entire thing. There might be some conservative takes.
and a lot of information,
And
a lot of
Cups getting interesting as well.
And who knows?
Yeah.
You might see bloodshed this time.
Yeah.
Don't you all want a pillow with Vishnu's face on it?
Yeah. Look at my face.
yeah, cuddle him up, hug him up.
Yeah.
I just unsubscribed.
This just seen followers crashing.
Who needs him? We have 399 others. That's all we need.
So first of all, I would like to welcome you all handsome men around here who has a lot of good takes, a lot of heated opinions, and a lot of valuable information. Now we will start with the first thing I would like
Wait
to
a minute. Where are we today, though?
right. We look like we are in a restaurant, and
Yeah.
that
Another
restaurant,
upgrade.
yeah, a damn good upgrade at that. We are currently in Ma Restaurant, and it is situated in Tiruvalla. So if you are around the place, feel free to check it out.
Cheers to Ranjit Bro.
Thanks
We
for
love
sponsoring
you.
us.
Thank you, Ranjit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
To
sponsoring.
the man.
Come to my
hotel
hotel.
owner
Yeah.
around town.
They have amazing fries as well.
And
You
guess
can try it
what?
off.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's a secret. The parota and beef is really good.
Yeah.
You
need
can
to
see
come
I'm
and try
actually
it.
salivating right now.
There's something about a parota that's crispy on the outside and flaky on the inside that just... It's my love language.
Use code Benchwarmers0 for a 0% discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might.
Actually, they might increase the amount on your bill.
I mean, because we have a saying here, you know, if you always scam the ones you love and know. So,
Yeah.
yay.
We might have to get into food blogging as well.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Yeah. So the first thing that I'm thinking is, yeah, I'm a big Ronaldo fan, and I've seen how Ronaldo and Messi have, did the heated debate, how they have performed over the years, and like looking into Messi, I can see he is just performing. He is close to 38. He's 38, right?
Yeah.
And he is just performing. He scored a hat-trick against Algeria, and now he has a game upcoming against Austria. This could very well be Messi's final World Cup. What do you guys think about it?
First thing that I have to say is the keeper did a curious.
Can we not copy?
I'm sorry, guys. If you're watching, I'm sorry, guys.
Loris Carius, we're so sorry.
We are so sorry.
Please subscribe.
I swear his wife's cute, so subscribe too.
So yeah, I'll give my question to Shaq over here, and my question is, what do you think of Messi, and what do you think is gonna happen? Like once the group stage is done, how is he gonna perform? Is he gonna score more goals? Was the Algerian keeper to blame for the hat trick? You don't score a hat trick for fun.
Yeah. Talking about the match day one, that was Argentina versus Algeria. Algeria are a really good team coming to the World Cup.
Definitely,
They
yeah.
have done pretty solid in qualifying along with Senegal. So I think Messi is just Messi. Even though the second goal was a tapping, the way he glides it over, it was beautiful to watch. It was not just a striker's tapping or something. But I think Argentina were having 12 people on the field, including the Zidane. He had a horrible game. I mean, the goalkeepers, they are bound to make mistakes.
Yeah.
But it was the first game, all eyes were on Argentina and Algeria. And Messi scoring 3 past 2, which you could have maybe prevented 2 goals. That was a bad goalkeeping performance. I think Messi was kind of helped by that. But Messi's third goal was classical Messi. The way he just controlled the ball. It was actually going behind him. And he just took the ball and the side foot left Messi's typical finish. And Algeria were not that great in that game. They were solid for the first 10 or 20 minutes. And that's when Argentina grew into the game. And in stark contrast to the Portugal team, they do have a strong caliber of midfield.
Yeah.
Here, all these guys are ready to die for Argentina. We have seen that in 2022 World Cup. And here we are, Messi is 4 years older. We are thinking maybe tired legs, the heat of US. And we are thinking like, can Argentina still do it for Messi? Can Messi do it for himself?
Yeah.
We were all absolutely taken back by that hat trick. And
Definitely.
Mbappe scoring a hat trick and Mbappe scoring a brace, Haaland brace. We were thinking what could the goats of the yesteryears could do.
4 goals by Ronaldo.
Yeah, and Messi is there with maybe not one of the best hat tricks, but it was a solid game.
Yeah, but a
for-
hat trick is a hat trick, right?
Yeah, you don't score a hat trick. You know, it's
Yeah.
never a fluke.
Yeah, if
can't
you
just-
take Messi out from that game, I think it would have been a draw. Maybe Argentina edging up 1-0 or something.
Also,
Yeah,
I think he just equaled Miroslav Klose for
Yeah.
the most goals scored in a World Cup.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact that Klose did it without a penalty is really good.
Yeah.
But Messi did it in the first game. So technically he does easily have another 4 games to play unless something crazy happens and Argentina lose the next 2 matches, which I don't see them.
Yeah, I don't see it happening either.
And once they have lost out from the 2018 World Cup, we were all doubting, like even from the Copa America, can Messi win a World Cup to be considered the greatest of all time? And there he has gone and done it at Qatar. And the next thing we are thinking is, can he break the record for the most goals scored in the World Cup? And here he is already tied up. And he was coming under pressure because Mbappe was closing on him. I think still Mbappe will break that record eventually because he has years left to play in the World Cup. And Messi coming up with that hat trick and clutch moment, that was absolutely great. And talking about the next game, that is Argentina versus Austria. Austria are a completely different proposition compared to Algeria. And until I actually saw that game against Jordan, where Jordan were good for maybe 20 or 30 minutes of the game, but they were tactically outclassed by Austria and Ralf Rangnick. And players like Arnautovic, Manchester United were linked with him at 2
He's
or 3
almost
years
40,
ago.
right?
Yeah, you're forgetting the main guy in that team.
Yeah,
Con Lemo.
yeah. Conrad Lima, yeah. But he was nowhere to be seen in that game though. But he played good.
He played really
Yeah,
good.
but it was Arnautovic and Sabitzer as well. So Arnautovic, he may not perform well for the club level, but when he puts on that Austrian jersey,
Yeah,
like
I think
some
he's
other
a
players
hero
like
for
Gattuso
Austria.
and all those players, they turn into a different beast. And that totally they beat Algeria as well. I mean, not Algeria, Jordan as well. So I think I think the game's going to be tomorrow. I mean, today as we speak up. So I think it's going to be tactically, if they can find some way to shut out Messi, which is 99% going to be impossible because he's always good at occupying those tight spaces.
He just needs that 1%. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
You said
Just one
99,
chance.
Just one chance.
Just the smell of his hands is good enough for him.
And I think, we're going to see if it's really tactics. It's actually going to be like tactics versus that familial feeling of what Scaloni has created. I mean, they won the Copa America before the World Cup in Qatar. They won the World Cup and then they won the Copa America after winning the World Cup in Qatar. So if any team's got momentum, it's them. And they're playing this Austrian team coached by Ragnick. And he's just renewed again for another 2 years. So he's going to be there till 2028 Euros. So we're actually going to see if the FA did a good thing by handing him out a contract extension. Jordan is no pushover, but then Jordan is still Jordan. And Austria being who they are, they're always there, around the 16s. So let's see. I mean, hopefully Mike.
The difference in that tactical game is though, in the first game, Algeria were just absorbing the pressure and they were sitting back. But this Austrian team is not Algeria.
will
He is
fight
a
back.
master of gegenpressing. He was the one who invented gegenpressing. So they are just going to press the hell out of Argentinian midfielders who are not youngsters actually. They are experienced, but they do also have tired legs. So as the season goes on, we have to see how long they can carry on, especially if Messi gets fatigued as the tournament goes on.
Especially,
I mean, if Argentina can beat Austria, then they can rest some of the players
surely.
against the Jordan, and they can come out fresh.
Scaloni,
again
if
for-
you're watching, don't do that. I'm really counting on you. IPL depends on you.
Do you guys think
Fantasy.
Messi has a solid chance for back-to-back World Cups?
I don't think so. My strong take is I think
I mean, it's possible, but
It's too soon to say because
Yeah.
I feel like there's still a lot of teams who were very complacent during match day one, who thought their opponents aren't that great. Like what, we are who we are, and then we just walk. Our presence is enough to guarantee a win. But the World Cup is a different thing. It's some of the smallest teams. They might have small populations and they're ready to even break legs. They're just there just to give something back to the fans and the country.
the likes of
So,
Cape Verde,
yeah, like
Congo,
Curaçao.
Oh, yeah.
Haiti. I mean,
Yeah.
Curaçao just scored their first point.
yeah. So no team is really no team is really coming here to just oh yeah, fine, let's just go. I mean, I made it the World Cup. I want to go home as fast as possible. It's not going to happen unless they're called Turkey.
yeah.
But
Which like a horrible
first
World
team
Cup.
eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a terrible
So
World
good
Cup
dark
campaign.
horses, but they are just
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
No,
They
They are
just,
not great.
They're just dark. Dead horses.
This is dark.
yeah. Coming to players who actually have a chance to, completely change their game on their own. We're coming to some of the top two scorers that we currently have, which is Haaland and Mbappe. So Haaland just scored a brace, and Mbappe scored a brace
Top
for him.
scorer is Undav though.
Undav.
If I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
3
he
goals
is.
and 2 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
Haaland and Mbappe-
Germany has only played 2, right?
Yeah.
And Norway and France still one more
I
game
mean,
to get
Mbappe
to.
could break the record against Iraq.
Yeah, that's a great chance.
4 goals in a game.
So my question is to you, and
Oh, I actually wouldn't get a message. Fine, yeah, we'll get the
Yeah.
Haaland and Mbappe question.
my question is, who do you think is gonna come out on top? Will it be Mbappe or will it be a Haaland show? What do you think about
I
it?
don't think that's unfair because Haaland is not playing with France.
Mhm.
Right? At the end of the day, this is what we constantly have to worry about when it comes to the greatest players of all time. That there's a geographic battle that they won at their birth.
Mhm.
Right? The truth is, as great as Ronaldo is, Portugal doesn't have the history Argentina does. Ronaldo winning the World Cup with Portugal is a bigger feat than Messi winning it with Argentina.
I mean, the debate which came up was even before Messi established himself in Argentina, Argentina had won 2 World Cups.
No, that's lame.
Yeah, that's a lame excuse. That's what I wanted to say. But Portugal have never won a World Cup.
Yeah. So what do we
Yeah.
do? So example, Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
Right. What happens if Kvaratskhelia does end up being the greatest player in the world? Does that mean to prove it he has to take Georgia to the World Cup finals? That's not fair.
Fair,
That's
yeah.
a ridiculous.
That's a fair question.
So when we say Holland and Norway, not to say that Norway is Georgia, but the other option is France.
And look at who Mbappe has behind him.
Michael Olise.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
likes
that
of
vision for
Olise.
that first goal. I mean, he's like, I do it myself. Just pass me the ball. After halftime, Deschamps changes the lineups. Dembele was number 10. He moves to the left.
I think Olise could have had like 3 assists, right? If Mbappe
yeah.
controlled the
I think
first
the
2
third
chances.
goal assist was not given, I guess, for Mbappe.
No, that was not an assist because the ball was taken out.
Deflected.
Not taken
Yes.
out, deflected.
Yes.
Like
Kind of a tackle.
It was a tackle. So he displaced the ball.
I think Olise is more suited to the number 10 role than playing from the right.
So the thing is, he drifts inward, like
Yeah.
what
Like
Messi-
Robin.
Robin or what Messi usually does. Like most of them, see, you would never say like Messi is a number right winger, but then most of the games you see him start there so that he can easily drift in. They float in that pocket of space that's created. But then I think Dembele couldn't do it as well because I think he's just not used to that dynamic. Maybe at PSG, he might play as a right wing or he plays the false line. So doing the roles of a number 10 is not maybe that easy because you have all eyes on you. The play has to go through you, and then so you just don't have one player coming at you. You have 2 or 3. So your top person has to be really good, and then you have to glide. I think like what Chaco's told us before, Olise just glides, man. He even Thierry Henry has told on multiple occasions. He doesn't run. He glides on the field.
The control he has is
The
insane.
control he
The ball
has.
just sticks to his feet.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing before the others think. Okay, this is what he's gonna do.
So the defender's thinking is just gone.
Yeah,
He's just gone past him.
that pass says it all. It bypassed the entire defense.
And Senegal's defense is not just pushovers.
Yeah.
And we have to.
They were going toe to toe.
sure.
Toe to toe. If it weren't for like Upamecano and his recovery pace, who knows what would have
But
happened.
we have to credit Didier Deschamps as well. Because that first half, if you watch, Senegal were all over France.
Yeah, exactly.
But because of Nicholas Jackson, who didn't get his finishing boots on, I think Senegal could have been 2-0 up. But when the tactical attacking matchups was changed,
Just
moving
one change,
entirely to the
just
left,
one change.
and Olise took a middle.
Yeah, that's
Once France scored that first goal, I think Senegal will out of the game.
And it was the right moment that he bought in Barcola. You know?
Yeah.
Barcola's pace is just, man. It's
I mean, I thought
crazy.
he would have missed the goal.
Yeah, considering his
Knowing how
record,
Barcola is,
yeah,
but that
after
was a
beating
very
all the
solid finish.
defenders,
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
you don't know, man. Like
things.
we just spoke. It's the World Cup.
you don't know who's gonna perform.
You saw Mbappe striking back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was striking back.
He was.
You know
Mbappe
who
is-
wasn't trapping back? Here's the thing, like in the conversation of Haaland versus Mbappe, I actually think the two of them are pretty similar players. Who I see polar opposites in are Haaland and Olise.
Mhm.
Right? Haaland is somebody that when he plays, you can see there's effort in there.
Yeah.
It's like a robot storming down the field.
It's a nightmare for defenders.
It's terrifying.
tank.
Versus you look at
I think there's
Almost
some
like
kind of
the-
3D stimulation or something from the goalkeeper, like how he's approaching him
Yeah,
to take the ball.
yeah,
He's so
absolute
scared.
beast approaching
He's like
him.
a
Right?
giant Viking coming
Especially
at
for
you.
like English players, like they were invaded
Yeah.
by the Vikings and they say the genetic memory is it's
I think as someone, as an Indian who didn't know colonization, just so you know, if any of you have not seen the footage Dr. Shaker is talking about, don't watch it. It's scarier than the Obsession film. It is terrifying just to see this man mountain charging you down. Versus what's incredible about Olise is it's almost like what Cole Palmer used to be, which is somebody that just seems to be playing 3D chess. He seems to know that Mbappe is going to make the run. Before Mbappe is aware of the fact that he's about to make the run, the ball just sails and arcs exactly where he wants to go, and it's placed. I am sorry to say this. Odegaard is not an Olise. There may have been a time when Odegaard was.
He's not even half of what Olise.
I
And
always
so this
tease
is
him
why
that-
every time we talk about like Haaland versus Mbappe, what would Haaland have been with France behind him versus what would have Mbappe have been with Norway?
I think Odegaard, thrives when he has been given a lot of space to work with, and when he gets closed down. I mean, if he doesn't have that much time, then he struggles a lot.
No,
I've seen that
I've
a
heard
lot.
this about some other player also. But I mean, you're saying like
But some
these
of the
people-
balls, I think his vision is incredible. If he's on top of his game, you just have to make a run. The ball will
I mean,
get.
we
I'm
need to
trying-
see how he plays against Senegal, though.
No, what I'm saying is like you said Odegaard performs when he has a lot of space. You can't expect teams to just leave you acres of space, right?
Yeah, that is
so
true.
when you perform best, okay, if you have space, you're a 10 out of 10. But then you have to be a 10 out of 10 when you don't have space. I think that's the battle Olise. The kind of players like Olise, they win. Because if they know, even Kane for that matter, like, he's
Olise has that
obviously gonna
burst
get-
of pace, right?
No,
He
I'm
has
not
that
even
burst
talking
of
about burst of pace. There are times when, he'll be marked for 3 or 4. He can't go in. He'll try to figure out an outlet by, passing it to his teammate, and then there'll be like a moment of distraction when people were marking him, and you just find that. I think that's the intelligence and that's the footballing IQ that he has.
I think Ode is great for settling the game down. If you want to keep the ball to someone who will calm things down when things aren't going your way, I think Odegaard is one of the best
So you're
players.
saying like it's a cruise. But then no, like if you see
Stick like someone like a Modric, you can just give the ball. He'll find the other
Modric
players.
was like an engine. I mean, see, if you look at the best Real Madrid team itself, right? So Cruz can't control the pace. If they want to play fast, then Cruz will make it fast. They want to play slow, Cruz will make it slow. But I mean, what Modric did was aid that, I think. Like he was the engine, and this is like the gearbox.
Yeah, do you think France will just cakewalk Oregon?
Yeah, 100%.
Oregon, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
I schooled an American right there.
Wait, do I pronounce it wrong?
No.
He said Iran.
Iran.
He said it.
Iran for Iraq. Americans famously get those two mixed up.
Oh, dude, we're getting cancelled on again. How many cancellations can we do?
Wait. So the question was,
Yeah.
do we think it's gonna?
Yeah.
What do you think, Jess?
I think Mbappe is going to score again.
Well, let's give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
He's just become the record goal scorer.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Kylian Mbappe, who, by the way, what are we saying? He's halfway through his career.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of.
Definitely.
Okay, just look at what strikers are doing. So halfway through his career, he scored more than Benzema,
Yeah.
more than Thierry Henry, more than Michel Platini. Like, I'm talking to myself here. Let's give this guy some respect,
Right.
right? Like, we're talking about somebody that could double his output, double the number of goals he scored for France.
I mean, he's one of the main reasons why fans are considered favorites.
Yeah.
Because as much as we're appreciating Olise for that pass, imagine if it was Nicolas Jackson up front. You think he would have finished it? It was from a tight angle as well. He may have finished it, but you didn't count on him to finish. That's why
insult.
Mbappe up front.
I mean, I'm sorry, Jackson, if you're watching this.
I mean, he does off the ball work great.
Yeah,
and
he
all,
does.
But if he had finished the chance which he got in first half, the game would have been
I get what you're saying.
Completely
He's a
different game.
striker. So as a striker, your goal is not just off the ball
Yeah.
goals. You have to convert.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why you're
even if you're looking at the goal Mbappe scored, the last one he just
The
scored,
third goal,
that
yeah.
was an insane finish.
Oh, yeah.
Insane finish. We don't see that a lot,
Outside
right?
the box.
They like we have been watching them since we were a kid, right? The entire childhood. And even if you're thinking something like a nostalgic kind of feeling, like the nostalgia just hits you when these guys are still playing and still scoring, right?
When we actually got into football, we started watching Haaland and
No, not
Mbappe as
really.
well.
I
Not
think,
really, I think.
Not Haaland, maybe Mbappe.
at least no. For me, when
Yeah.
I got in, from when I was a kid, I've been hearing Messi, Messi,
Same.
Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. The things that Messi has done, things that Ronaldo has done, I don't think. I mean,
Mbappe-
they're consistently performing for over like 20 years. That's not something easy, right? That's an insane feat.
He led the world at 2018.
Yeah,
World Cup.
yeah.
That's
So
when we thought he's going to be an explosive player.
even at 38,
He's the one who can challenge Messi and Ronaldo in the future, maybe.
yeah, definitely. But like, I mean, if they can perform at the level they're performing and then keep it constant for another 10 years, then we might talk about them like that.
Yeah.
But I think, like, to answer what you said, right? It's just the poetry that this guy brings in. Like, he doesn't just play football. He kind of, it's art what he's doing on the pitch. Really, like even his passes, his movements, the way he dribbles. You don't really see anybody else do those kind of stuff.
So
You're talking about
Messi.
yeah, I just have one question, right? So Senegal is up against Norway. Haaland and co. Do you think Senegal really stands a chance? Because this is going to be Sadio Mane's probably the last World Cup. And Sadio Mane is one of the players, who pushed Senegal forward to what it is right now. So what do you guys think about it? Do Senegal have a chance, or is Haaland just gonna run them over?
The way Senegal played the first half with France, especially the first half.
They're fearless.
No, they were fearless. They were in the box most of the time. France looked like they were not there to play football, right?
They didn't feel like they were ready, right?
Yeah, I thought it was like a practice match for them. Like they were not taking themselves seriously. The way Senegal played during the first 45 minutes, if they can do it and if they manage to finish what the strikers managed to finish and put balls in the back of the net, I think they can stand up to Norway.
I think Senegal are not going to play like how we're pairing is France.
Yeah.
Because that was the first game. This is the second game. They have practically lost the first game. They have
It's a
to win
must
this
win.
game.
Yeah.
It's a must-win game for them.
Senegal has to play the way that got them the CONCACAF, really.
Yeah.
I mean, what made them win that match, even though it's kind of not theirs now anymore. If they play like how they played that tournament,
I think Norway are there for the taking. They are not France. I mean, if you can shut down Haaland and Odegaard, their defense is not there great, and even their goalkeeper.
Yeah, but Haaland, if he gets half a chance, he's just gone.
If Norway goes first, I think Senegal.
he's the last dying breed of those pure strikers,
Yeah.
So let's see. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good game.
Should we talk about predictions? What do you think about the game?
I want to be on record for saying I hate predictions.
Do you have a prediction for the game?
I love predictions because I can see the
I
future.
love those predictions because that like the
Yeah.
polar opposite predictions of
Yeah.
the masses.
Yeah,
Particularly
Croatia
from
too.
him.
Yeah, exactly.
Croatia was
Yes, the
supposed to
JV
win.
Carragher of the bench.
First off, I got the
Sorry.
Portugal game closer than any of.
Oh yeah, true.
That is true. That is true.
Croatia draw, right?
I predicted then the Portugal to win if Ronaldo wasn't playing.
I mean,
So
I mean,
and I said-
in that case, I think my prediction was accurate. I told the coach was a bonehead, and it turned out true.
I mean, everyone knows that at this point. So yeah, what are your predictions for the game?
For Norway Senegal,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 1-1. It's going to be a draw, I guess, because Senegal are up for it. And if Norway win this game, they are through to the next round, along with France if they beat Iraq.
What do you think about it?
Okay, here's the thing: Senegal have to go for it, right?
Definitely.
What happens when a team goes for it? Counterattacks.
Yeah, the
Counterattacks. Who did the Norway have to lead the counterattacks?
massive Erling
said-
Haaland.
Odegaard needs space. You know what he's gonna get?
He's gonna get a lot of
Roaming
space.
acres.
Yeah.
I can I say one thing before the prediction? I know I'm talking, but Sadio Mane. I just want if we can as a society choose footballers that make the world a better place, he's the pinnacle of it.
Yeah.
Because this man is not just an incredible footballer through and through, just a champion of the game. He's also someone that uses his funds to build hospitals in Senegal.
Yeah.
He builds schools in Senegal. He's improved culture. He is everything that we want.
He's an incredible human being as well,
Yeah.
not just a footballer.
If any of the billionaires could be half the man that Sadio Mane was, we would live in a much better world. So if this is the last World Cup, it's not just a loss for Senegal, it's a loss for all of us because we're saying goodbye to
One of the greats.
one of the greats on and off.
And he's the one who went to the locker room and pulled out all those Senegalese players when they just went out for as a sign of protest. So that shows his mentality, his grit, and his attitude.
And that the team, just like the Argentina team follows Messi,
Yeah.
that team follows Mane.
Yeah.
Right? The Sar brothers follow Mane. We're talking about even Nicholas Jackson. They're going to be incredible players because they get to stand on this man's shoulders. So all of that said, 2-3, Senegal's going to lose.
I was gonna lose. Okay. I think Haaland is gonna run them over. Senegal might get one, in the early stages because I have seen what they can do with the likes of France. So they could get one, and then at some point Haaland is just gonna run them over. So at 3-1 to Norway. What do you think?
You know what? I'm going to say 2-3 Senegal wins. Just for the sake of saying it, was trying to be the. I mean, it'll be a fun game, like Chaco said. There's going to be a lot of open attacks. You're going to see a lot of counter foot, back up on that. You're going to see there. You're going to see here. It's about converting chances, and I feel like who better to have in your ranks to convert chances than Haaland? I mean, you put the ball 6 feet high and he'll probably dink it in with his hair. See, you put it low, he probably toe it in with his nail. So,
There's a version where you put the ball 6 foot high and still Haaland connects with his feet.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. I mean, who else but him? And
He's a freak.
yeah, and I think, the other game, it's going to be France. I mean, we're probably going to see Mbappe.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I mean,
tough.
the only flaw that I still see in France is their wing backs and Chalmany. I mean,
Yeah.
they were the weakness for me. And I think this is the best game for the shot to try maybe, Malagusto. And that would open up Olise more, I feel,
Yeah.
on the right-hand side and the mid. And maybe play Manu Kone instead of Chalmany.
But he was not that bad though in the last game.
No,
I
he
mean,
had
could
a
have done
lot
better.
of ball losses. I mean, he was basically acting as the fifth defender. And I don't think that was what was intended of him, really. Yeah, he was meant to cover the defense, but then I feel like he played more for Senegal than, I could be wrong, but from the way I saw it, I feel like he played more for Senegal in the first half than for France.
I think I still have to ask Chico, what is your prediction on these games?
I have a soft spot for Sadio Mane, but I think Norway is going to.
What do you think the score is gonna be?
I think it's going to be 3-1.
Same score.
You heard all of them. It's just me who told you're going to win. So
We are rooting
Akil
for you.
following you since 2022, even though you punched Sani in his face. I love you, bro.
That was a good punch.
Guys, do check out Ma Restaurant if you want to eat at Tiruvalla. One of the best places to be.
Yeah.
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 And thank you guys and
Ciao.
bye bye.
Bye.